make this a new segment. One thing that I learned at the Black Effect Network, or maybe it's not that I learned, but it's one thing that I noticed at the Black Effect Podcast Festival was there's a separation in podcasting, right? So as Homeroom and Menace Material like takes our time to slowly progress up towards the upper echelon, so these people of notoriety and these high profile podcasts, it's like I'm looking at it like a high school lunchroom now, right? You know what I'm saying? So the Black Effect Podcast Network, it's a beautiful like little family, right? And that family is headed by 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑. Let me just talk about 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 at this event. 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 is really just chilling, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like,
shout out to Secret Service.
So he's really just, shout out to his security. So it's funny just watching him just like, this nigga is chilling. So
he's not pressed about much.
He's not pressed about much. My man is just really chilling. So it's funny that like, I'll go hard on his performance on certain things and shit like that. But when you like see him in person and he's like, hey, look, nigga, look at what we built on some Drake shit. But like less hype though.
Look at the six.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like nigga, we built all this. You know what I'm saying?
On some Pride Land shit.
Yeah, so it's like he chilling, and it's just like he's just going through the motions. He's at the point in his career where I don't need a hot take, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a hot take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do I need a hot take for? Do you see the position that I'm in right now? So that still doesn't like. There's still areas that where like
there's always a but. Because I was about to say I made that case before, but I'm biased.
No. Let's be clear. Now there's still areas where like when you get too comfortable and then it's like, okay, nigga, this shit was trash. Now I'm just saying, like you see you see in person why it's so relaxed, like, and why the performance could fall off possibly, right?
Like even when we dapped him up backstage, he was like, "All right, I did it. Y'all here?
Yeah.
See you.
Yeah. Like, literally, yeah.
You're welcome, nigga.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and then even outside of that too, so it's like I'm looking at like the podcast landscape. It's like a cafeteria. So there's the Black Effect Podcast Network. There's the Ebro umbrella and everything that Ebro's associated with in terms of Hot 97, but mainly Beats Radio and Apple.
Yeah.
Then there's the independent people. There's the Joe Buddens, and there's the Adam 22s. Then there's the academics. Then there's the Vlad.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
say cheese.
Surprised Star wasn't there.
Say cheese. Fuck no. He don't give a
Why would he be there?
No, that is not his forte. He don't give a fuck about none of them niggas.
Yeah,
hell no. But
he go live from the bathroom and start hating.
It's interesting too because those groups don't intermingle. Those groups really don't intermingle at all. You know, so it's like
there's a lot of space in between a lot of these podcasts.
It's a lot of space in between those podcasts. And then even when you look at those groups and those umbrellas, right? Let's just say everybody that's attached to a corporation. So the 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 umbrella is the iHeart umbrella. The Ebro or the whatever in the Apple podcast, that's the Apple and that umbrella. Then there's the independent people. There's pros and cons of being in all of them, right? If you're a part of the umbrella and on your way up, you almost look at them like, do I have a choice to pick which group I'm a part of? Or do we?
That's exactly how this works.
Yeah. Do I have a choice? And will my choice negatively affect me? Right. Will my choice of going this direction be penalized? Will all these other people start attacking one day if I make the wrong choice? Or do you have or are you building something and you have the personality and the people that are associated with what you have to where you can intermingle between all of them? Y'all don't have to like each other, but you have enough respect for what you've built, your brand, your business, to have respect and
for what we do here. Right. That's the lane we have to go in, because if we joined a camp or a conglomerate to where we was like, all right, they're obviously more affiliated with like the loudspeaker network end of things.
Right.
Then it's just like our takes on everything, because this is the sports end of a podcast.
Right.
This is the censor of everywhere.
Yeah.
So we can't just be a part and attached to one conglomerate when we're covering everybody.
But it's also, I don't think it's always a choice.
I don't
think it's always a choice, because
I don't think it's a choice.
I don't think it's always a choice.
I think this is what it is. I think either you choose or we choose for you.
I think it's
you get what I'm saying?
One or
it's
the
like
other type of
you
thing.
kind of indirect by not exactly picking a side, the audience is able to put you in a certain position just based off what you've given so far. Okay. So like you might be friendly with a lot of these people, but if you're not really choosing a side for real, it's like I'm trying to think of a good example in my head on some shit. It's been a lot of podcasts that split, but overall, it's just one of them things where if you don't choose, it's gonna be chosen for you.
Yeah, like what is a Van Lathan? Like what is he?
Van Lathan is
independent.
Van Lathan's a floater. Van Lathan is
Van Lathan's a floater, but he has
it's easier for me to use like school terms. Van Lathan is like a teacher's assistant.
But I imagine him as being tethered to a major corporation, but he's tethered, so he can like go
exactly.
But he's still attached to it. He still comes back home.
But that's teacher.
It's the space shuttle.
That's teacher assistant privileges. So where it's like I'm good with all my students in my class. I'm good with all my classmates.
Yeah.
But all the people in corporations respect me too.
Literally.
To where I can float between all of them. And he's coming off of his own corporation, which is TMZ. But then it's also like then also I think about the pros and cons of all these umbrellas too.
My bad. But we're also like, if we are like the Sports Center of podcasting, like it doesn't like that question doesn't even pertain to us.
Exactly.
Like we need to rephrase the question like into like what we do on a Sports Center type of question. That's a you know for this purpose like a common or like a regular podcast type of question.
I don't think that in particular. I think if we only look at Homeroom University, then your question is valid.
That's what we're talking. Nah, that's what I was talking
about. But I'm talking about Menace Material as a whole because we don't come. A lot of people are just here or found us through Homeroom University, but that's not all we put our blood, sweat, and tears into.
Of course.
So y'all drop LOI, the show every week. We drop 3 podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in that case,
we're not just a podcast that's looking for a home or a family to attach to. We are a table and a brand,
right?
Which makes us our own universe.
Which makes us our own
universe. When you have your own solar system, you're not trying to get in gravity with other planets.
But then think about this too, though. So then I think about people like I thought about it for everybody. So I think about it for Joe Budden, right? Joe Budden, everybody invited him in at one point, and they kicked him out a couple times. He just won't go away.
He wouldn't take his shoes off.
He won't take his shoes off when he comes. And he keeps smoking cigarettes in the bathroom, but he keeps going up and going up, going up, and no matter what, he's gonna be there, whether you accept him or not. He's not going anywhere because he's 100% independent. Then we have 𝙼𝙾𝚂𝚃 on the West Coast. He's isolated in his own world, and it's interesting because it's like his viralness, a lot of the times it's contained viral in his world. And then every so often there's viralness that comes out of there. But then we also see moments of 𝙼𝙾𝚂𝚃 where we can tell it's like you do want to be on that friend, that camaraderie with Joe Budden. Like you do want to fraternize with these other people that are at your level.
You want the respect of your peers.
You want the respect of your peers, but your peers don't look at you like that's that outcast table over there. They're doing their thing. They got their own world. We don't really want that over in our world. You know what I'm saying?
Like I wasn't talking to that many thespians when I was in high school. Nigga.
Yeah, and then so then you look at and any of the ones that are attached to major corporate. The DJ Academics, and even the Vlad. I don't think Vlad was the most liked either. They got so big, it doesn't matter what the fuck you think, they're gonna have to be accepted to a certain extent.
So what do you think, and this isn't a point, just a question, what is like 𝙾𝚂𝚃? Because like they said, they still are their own entity.
Right.
But Barstool is kind of just like
Barstool, that's
Barstool
true.
is just kind of like a badge that they, just get to put on. But they're not really connected.
So, and if we're talking these lunch tables, that's the white table. This cafeteria right now has been a black cafeteria. There's also white people that go to this school too. So that's the white table. That's
white passing.
But
they're like Will Smith at his new school in Bel Air.
Boom, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
So is
that's
that like the
exactly
club 𝔓𝔓𝔏 the volume as well?
Yeah, I would say that too. Yeah, I would say that too.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just interesting, you know what I mean? And then it's like, I would say with some of these like larger people, like on the iHeart side and things of that nature, even though it doesn't look like anybody's voice has been silenced or you have to adapt or form in a different way, but I just don't give a fuck what nobody says. I believe your voice can always be silenced if somebody could cut the lights off, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? And your water doesn't get cut off or your faucet doesn't get cut off, but I would say if you go to that side fully, then you relinquish a little bit of freedom. You know what I mean?
It's an opportunity cost to it.
It's an opportunity cost too, but the monetary gain is much higher.
Depending on your situation.
Depending on your situation.
Because we've seen a lot of people get into that same predicament and it just didn't fly the way it should have.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like what you heard when you were 5 years old. Like you could literally do whatever you want in this world. Yeah. It's just do what you want to do. Like because we're gonna be cool with everybody. Like we're not gonna have a problem. Just like, all right, fucking Olay over here, Adam over here. Gotta go fuck Lena. We could just
maybe.
Yeah. Then we got the learning niggas.
Maybe.
Olay is sitting at that table with all the educated niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like the scholars.
The scholars. And I saw Olay. You remember that Black History thing we did with the light skinned girl?
Black History light skinned girl. Yes,
she was on there. But because Olay, she's talking to like it's this black activist we know. Shout out to her. Her name Danielle. But
I thought it was Delaney.
Delaney.
Yeah.
Delaney. Shout out to Delaney.
You know Delaney. Yeah, I was about to say that man.
Yeah. I gotta do an interview. We're gonna redo an interview.
You better drop out Doc.
And it's different aspects.
Yeah, we did a whole documentary.
I didn't even know y'all.
And it's funny that film shoot kind of set a lot of things off.
We met Chubbs.
We're here because we were there. Yeah, like that shit was a domino effect. It was kind of crazy. Yeah, it was crazy.
But shout out to her and just to the point, like we're just gonna be cool with all these different niggas. So that's why I was like, that question, even though I know you wasn't trying to like figure anything out.
Yeah, I'm not trying to figure everything out. Really, it's just I'm looking at it like that.
Just understand it, but we're not even gonna have a problem with that. But I
think there's a point in time when tables start turning and attack each other.
Sometimes when it makes sense.
No, every time.
So wait, you said attack? What exactly are you foreseeing?
I don't know what I'm foreseeing.
There's a decision that we're gonna have to make soon.
Not soon,
but near future.
Near future,
like a couple of years.
Yes. There's a decision or there's a new lane to create.
It's been leading down that.
I think it's leading down the new lane. I think the honest, natural progression, the flow of this is the new lane.
Because with everything you're saying, the cafeteria thing, it's like from what I kind of see is like Menace Material might just be bringing a whole new table into the cafeteria.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Menace Material's done from the beginning.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've always like down to fraternities, or I've always said, "Fuck your program, nigga." Like, bro, I'm flagging this shit over here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we can't rush to join another clique. Like that invalidates everything we've ever said.
For sure, and it's not like I'm looking at it as a rush to that.
For sure,
it's just I'm looking at all of it like that. How they interact with each other, how they've attacked each other, how they've worked together, how they've. Falling in and out of friendships and connections. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean because we're here now. You know what I mean? Not to say that we made it, but we're close enough to the stuff we talk about to where it's like, all right, like we do see how the game is moving from a different level.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
and we've seen what happens when the main thing that I've seen the most too, and this is what I'm watching the most is where one table loves to help one table until that table gets too tall or gets too close to where their table is at. Then all of a sudden they try to beat them back down, or they ask for assistance and multiple people try to beat them.
Food over there and shit, fucking with them.
And does that person get beat back down because hold up, I liked you when you was there? Do they prevail or do they go away? You know what I'm saying?
And then you even got the table of all the banished people.
Yeah,
like everybody who's been, the Tasha K's has been sued of the world and all that.
I forgot about her. Yeah,
back corner of the room.
Exactly.
ISS lunch attention. Them niggas.
Yeah, those people. Yeah.
Those people.
But it is interesting because we're building a country here, so we're understanding world politics.
Yeah, that's literally yours. It's just understanding. But nah, man. Yeah, the game is the game.
The game is the game,
and it's a goddamn game. Clearly,
it's a game.
It's a game.
But it's the game. You decide your fate. Like you
decide if you want to play.
That's it. That's it right there.
You decide if you want to use the screen behind you, or if you want to really interact with the crowd.
And when you decide to play, you gotta understand.
Always use the screen behind you.
I guess, nigga.
I mean, if you have to.
Yeah, but if you're not witty enough, use the screen. Ideally, both is perfect.
Both is perfect.
You don't want to be relying on it, but it's cool to have. For sure.
I think there's a lot of people that. Yeah, I don't want to keep harping on it. Y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. I think it's just interesting, and that event, I thought it was beautiful. I thought the event was beautiful,
and that's what I'm saying. It was beautiful. At the end of the day, we debating good versus gooder, or like you know what I mean. Like everything was
especially when I'm backstage and like I'm seeing like people get off stage and they're like on their way out, but they're like, "Yo, thank you, Charlamagne, bro. You know I love you. Boom, bow. I'm like, bro, this is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's great. But then it's like, we got that love at Joe too. It's like, you know, when we had that conversation with him in the hotel lobby the night before we shot our show, it's like, he's telling us why y'all are here right now. Like why y'all are here, why I appreciate what y'all do and things of that nature.
Promising us hookah and strippers next time.
That's a whole fact.
Whoa. And we're gonna keep saying it because I'm not gonna forget.
Yeah.
I'm not going to a strip club until I go with Joe Budden.
Yeah, and hopefully,
honestly, no,
I'm going on strike.
Hopefully, he's famous enough to bypass those showing titty laws.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But
Joe Budden we talking about, nigga.
I mean, I've only been to a strip club one time and it was a non-memorable experience, so I don't even count it for it. Like, I have no problem acting like I never caught that body.
How many white strippers were there?
You know what I'm saying?
You didn't feel like it was optimal. You didn't go through the motions how you should have.
And I'm cool with just like waiting until he's like, okay, let's do it. Y'all are there. You've graduated to this level where we can all go to Starlets. You know what I'm saying? So
Where we
I'm
joined
okay
the
with
Illuminati.
Yeah, I'm okay with
You
that.
want some wings? Oh shit! I can't wait for that moment. Nigga. You want some wings? Hell yeah, Joe. Fuck are you talking
And I'm
about?
patiently
Nigga?
waiting, man, because I don't. But yeah, let's move over. Let's jump into the actual show. I mean, that was part of the show, but